Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jenny VIP Thought Series. This is just like a little mini-sode series that I've been developing over the past few months. Essentially, I just want to be more in touch and be more transparent and honestly more alignment with all of you who've been listening to the podcast. These little episodes are really meant to give you all just real thought snapshots in the moment. Um, Things that I think, that I'm struggling with or emotions that I'm going through. I want to be able to share them with all of you because I want you to know that we're all going through this. And, if you're having a particularly rough week, like maybe one of these little mini-sodes might resonate with you because we all have them. Life has tons of ups and downs, and I think it's just important to know that you're not in it alone. And this is really what the point of all these are. So you won't hear the same topic over and over again. Most likely, it's going to be very different from episode to episode. But I really hope that you find them helpful, and I would love to hear from you on them. So let's take a listen.
Good morning, everybody. I really need to get a I need to get a phone holder for my car because this seems to be the one time when I'm going places by myself is when it's quiet around me and I don't have my kids or anybody else talking about. I just wanted to, check in this morning with a little VIP mini module because it's the first time in I think like 3 or 4 months that I actually got up and went to the gym. Um, we talk about this quite a bit in the podcast. And I think part of the reason why this comes up always with me is because I've had struggles with weight my whole life. I was obese as a child, and then I had a growth spurt and I stretched out. So I wasn't obese anymore, but still would have been overweight. And then I struggled with an eating disorder for a couple of years, I conquered, which I conquered. Um, but I still have these, food tendencies because I, I, I wasn't really raised with like great food images and really like, leaning into like healthy eating and what that actually is and what was real healthy eating because I don't know if any of you, like I'm turning 40, so anybody in the same age range, I don't know if you guys experience the same thing, but my parents weren't, I don't think it wasn't a big thing. It wasn't, you weren't educated in the 60s about correct eating and stuff like that. And they kind of just like went with whatever media said. And like the arguments I get into with my parents, I don't even argue, to be honest. I kind of just let it be because it's one of those like, I don't really think you can teach an old dog new tricks at their age. So I leave it alone. Um, but anyway, I digress. So going to the gym is always like a big thing for me. And I had committed to myself at the start of this year, when I turned 39 last year. So a little bit funny, when I turned 39, it was the night before my birthday. And I said to my husband, I was like, yeah, I'm not that worried about turning 38. And, it's not that scary. And I was like talking about age in general. And he just kind of was listening to me. And then he looked at me, he's like, Jenny, I, I can't tell if you're joking or not, but you're turning 39, right? And I kind of was like, what? I don't know how I got so distracted with my age, but I totally just forgot about a whole year and I was stuck at 38. And so it was almost like a realization point for me, like, oh my gosh, I'm turning 40. I'm excited to turn 40. Like, I might be an anomaly, but I'm super pumped to turn 40. I don't know why. 40 has this like crown on top of it for me. It doesn't feel like I'm turning 40, like my life is over. It actually feels like it's about to begin almost. That sounds so weird and I'm getting emotional talking about it, which by the way is a perimenopause symptom. It sucks, like horrible. Did not think that at this age this would be happening, but here I am. Anyway, so once that happened, I realized I was actually 39. I had made a commitment to myself that when I hit 40, I was going to be in the best shape of my life. I wanted, and I don't mean like, oh, best physical shape. I don't mean like I'm trying to get to a certain size or a goal weight, or although I have a goal weight, but like I wasn't really thinking of that. I was thinking more like I want to be the healthiest person I've ever been in my life by the time I turn 40. Like that's what I want to be. So I lost track. I was doing really good for a couple of months where I was getting up at 5:30, going to the gym, coming home, doing my own thing with the kids and getting the kids out the door. And then I hit like a peak at work where I had to prioritize work and things were getting really crazy at work. So instead of going to the gym at 5 a.m., I was getting up at 5 a.m. to go to work. And I work from home, so don't feel bad for me. I just literally have to go down the hall, but it still sucks. And I was getting like, I was bummed out and pissed off, to be honest with you, because I'm like, damn, I felt like I was making a lot of progress here. I was getting stronger. And then I hit that peak and that was it. And then I couldn't get back on track. And then the kids stopped school. And in the mornings, I used to have from 5 to 7:30 by myself where nobody was awake. And I'd have to drag them out of bed at 7:30. When they started camp, I had to get them up at 6:30. And because they have camp now and not school, we're letting them stay up a little bit later. So that means I don't get to myself, to my bed until much later. And thus, you see, lies the problem. Plus, my kids still get up at night and come and get me and ask me to put them back in their bed, which is super annoying. We're trying to break them out of that habit. Anyway, this was a huge roundabout way to tell you that finally this morning, I pushed my ass out the door. The kids don't have camp today. And I was like, Jen, this is your weekend. Refresh, reset, restart. So today I got to go to the gym. And it wasn't a long workout. I was there for like 40 minutes. But I did my leg workout and I got to do cardio for 10 minutes. So to me, that was like a big success that I even pushed myself out the door. And that's actually where I was thinking about you guys. It doesn't have to be this grand thing. My husband yesterday, I told him, I was like, oh, I want to go to the gym tomorrow. I'm going to like make that happen. He was like, do a full body workout. And then he like threw all this stuff at me. And I was like, that's not really how I work. So I have to like kind of like get my foot in the door. And to me, getting my foot in the door is any little thing that like kind of puts me over that threshold. So today it was this little 30-40 minute workout. It was closer to 40 minutes. I keep saying 30, but it was closer to 40 minutes. For me, it was this 40-minute workout that focused on my legs, that wasn't too overwhelming. I can't go to the gym for 2 hours because it still feels wrong to me to take 2 hours to myself in the morning when I have the mental load of motherhood in my head saying, you have to pick up breakfast for the kids. You didn't go grocery shopping this week. We don't have, breakfast stuff. I have to go pick up breakfast. I got to make them breakfast. I got to sign on for work. I got to get into work. I have to pay the bills. I have to go grocery shopping. I still have to get my nails done. I'm not going to give you guys the middle finger, but like both hands, for some reason, my middle finger is broken on both hands, which is annoying me and my OCD. So in my head, when I woke up this morning, I was like, I should be doing X, Y, and Z. And the shoulds in our life is what takes away from what we want to do. So I pushed the shoulds to the side. I went to the gym and now I'm sitting in the parking lot of my ShopRite recording this because I want to tell you guys that all you have to do is take one little step. Perimenopause. I'm about to cry. All you have to do is take one little step in the right direction. It doesn't have to be grand. You just have to get started. So for anybody out there who's like, I want to work out. Okay, maybe you can't do a 2-hour workout. Maybe you just can't do that right now. Take a 10-minute walk. Anything. Go up and down. Even if you can't leave the house, can't go to the gym. You have kids, you're a stay-at-home mom. I hear you. Try to incorporate them into it. I used to do dance parties with my kids, and that was like the cardio. And I would just throw in a bunch of music and just go crazy. I have videos of it. It's really hilarious now, but and granted, part of that was because I was trying to tire them out. But pull them into it. Like if they're big enough where they can walk up and down the stairs without falling, walk up and down the stairs. If they're not big enough to walk up and down the stairs without falling, put them under your back or put them on your chest, use it as extra weight, walk up and down the stairs a couple of times. Do it 3 times. That's one set. If you could do 3 sets in one day, boom, You just did a leg workout. And I'm simplifying a little bit because my husband used to say this shit to me and I used to get really pissed off. So don't get pissed at me, but I'm just saying, like, take that little tiny first step. If you really want to do something for yourself, all you have to do is take that little tiny first step and then start slowly working it in. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be the first step. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Jenny's little VIP thought episode. I hope you did find it helpful. And again, these are little mini quick hits, so it won't take too much of your day. And I hope that it just brings you some clarity, some peace, maybe some joy in some instances, knowing that, you know, we're sort of all in this together. Check out some of our full episodes, which have guests and my co-host and, you know, lots of great things in them. But I hope that these mini-sodes are helpful to you. Thank you and take care.